So be it, Jedi. He's no good to me dead.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
You know what's going on?
A lot of stuff has happened. We've both been really busy.
We have.
So let's get going. What do we got on the list today?
Today, one thing. Well, we have a few things. But
Well, first of all, before we start, I think we still have 7 reviews, but we're closing in on 5,000, and that's our goal. We missed it. I wanted to get it by Valentine's Day, but St. Patrick's Day is coming up. I think that's a realistic goal. So 5,000 reviews, 5 stars on iTunes.
5,000 lucky reviews.
5,000 lucky reviews.
Well, less than 5,000. 5,000 minus 7.
Also, Star Wars After Hours at gmail.com. Or is it SW After Hours or Star Wars After Hours at gmail.com?
Star Wars After Hours.
Star Wars After Hours at gmail.com. You can send your questions there, or you can hit us up on Twitter.
Yeah, or any other
or
social
Instagram.
medias. Yeah,
Or Facebook.
definitely. Okay, so first thing, if you see on the table here, I have some great Legos that I picked up at the discount center down the street. And they look pretty legit.
And by legit, you mean not legit.
Not
at
legit
all.
whatsoever. These are bootleg toys here. Bootleg Lego figures that come with like a few blocks. Like this one's Darth Vader. Let's open it up.
Yeah, and it's funny because if you look at they each come with like a little stand that you can pose the figure on. And they say leg instead of Lego, it's LEGQ. Leg Q.
They don't want these to be open. They don't want the cops to get in them.
Yeah.
Really? They're like indestructible.
Yeah, they're not officially licensed. I'm gonna go out on a limb and
Those
say
are-
that they're not officially licensed.
They're
I
made
might
of
have
like
to use some teeth.
Chernobyl plastic or something.
Oh,
Oh, okay. You could just rip it. That
yeah,
works
you
too.
can just rip it.
Rip it, bro. Okay, first of all, we have this lightsaber. It's supposed to be a lightsaber blade that you put in the lightsaber hilt, like most Star Wars Lego figures, but it's got like a little... Oh, there it goes. A little leftover from the thing there, and it's orange.
Yeah, it's also orange, which I'm confused about. I mean, if you're gonna bootleg, do it right. I'm pretty sure my Revoltech Boba Fett is a bootleg, and I mean it's still pretty bad, but at least it looks like Boba Fett. He didn't come with like purple armor.
So look at his face. His face is all gray and cut open. Like, I don't know if that's from an actual Lego figure
No.
of Darth Vader, but I don't think it is.
He also came with a blaster, which is another thing that's just
And not only a
confusing to
blaster,
me.
it looks like a
GI Joe blaster. or
looks like a
something.
GI Joe blaster with like a. It's almost like one of those Nerf. What was it? Something strike. Like it has like a
It does look like a Nerf
a
gun.
revolving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does Darth Vader need a Nerf gun with a scope on it?
Yeah, he doesn't. That's
Yeah.
why this is funny.
This is great. I love it. It's World Minifigures.
Yeah.
Lebo.
Lebo.
LebQ.
Yeah, LebQ.
Collect them all. Herd series. HERD.
Another layer of confusion there.
Bao Quan.
And
That's the person who committed suicide after building this.
God.
Seriously, this one
Apparently.
looks kind of like the Mimbam troopers.
Yeah,
Mimban?
Minban.
Okay, interesting. First of all, he looks black, as in African American. Well, it wouldn't be African or American because it's in space. It's in Star Wars. What do you call it then?
It's in Star Wars, dude.
He's got 2 guns, 2 large rifles. He is armed. He's got like this like dirty suit. Look at his face.
Yeah, they look like, well, they look like shit. That's what they look like.
Let's see. This is one of my favorites though.
I'm gonna get a close up of the box. I'm gonna hold the box up to the camera.
Yeah, I'm gonna show that one. This one specifically.
Yeah, C-3PO appears to have a lightsaber for some reason.
Yeah, but not only a lightsaber, it's a lightsaber without a hilt. So he's just holding on straight onto the lightsaber blade. And he's also got some binoculars. But let's see what he actually has. Because I'm sure that will differ. Wow. So again, World Minifigures. Collect them all. Herd series.
Le Bao Quan. Yeah, dude.
Herd series. Yeah, I need to...
How much did you plop down for these things?
$5 each.
No freaking way, dude.
Yeah, but I thought it was kind of worth it.
painful.
I mean, it's like he gets away with it so easily.
This guy's arms are not good.
Yeah, none of these things really fit in, like, correctly. I like this. It's like a little, like, pinky orange lightsaber blade, but there's no... Oh, look at his gun. This is like a blue, like, phaser. Like,
I want you to Google World Minifigures Herd series and see if anything comes up, because I have a feeling that this is just some totally off the wall, like, ridiculous. World Minifigures.
Herd series. Oh.
No way.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Herd series. Oh, there's Batman? Batgirl? Interesting. Batgirl minifigure.
This is hilarious.
Okay, let's see all the Star Wars ones.
How are they this prominent?
I don't know, and they don't get like shut down. This is so weird.
I mean, you spent $20 on these, $25. That's
Hey.
$25 that could have gone to the Disney Corporation. You'd think they'd be
True.
upset about that.
Okay, here's a few of them. Oh wow, you got a clear Scout Trooper. That's kind of cool. I kind of want that.
Yeah, and again, they have a Imperial Guard, but it has a lightsaber. Why?
Yeah. Yeah. And I like the Scout Trooper has the phaser. Not the same one as C-3PO's. But look at the C-3PO face. Like, the head is so creepy on this. Have you ever seen the Star Wars Droids animated series?
I have not.
It looks like that. It's like...
Yeah, well, these are pretty painful. Pretty painful. These are bad. These are really bad.
Okay, so this was the Droids series from, like, the 1980s.
C-3PO's legs are broken, so you know. You should request a refund from World Minifigure series. Actually,
Hi,
you should
LEBQ.
call Li Bao Quan.
Hi, excuse me. Is this Li Bao Quan? Yeah. Hi, you made this wrong. I need my $5 back. $25.
Okay.
Okay, this is a clone thing. Clone man thing. God. What is it? Okay, so this one is supposed to be... So this one's Anakin. In his,
Yeah, his arm's
Revenge of the
broken
Sith.
too, dude.
His arm's broken too. Which one is it?
C-3PO?
Perfect one to be broken. Where's a red arm?
Yeah, true, actually.
This one's got brown arms, I think. Okay. What is wrong with his face? Look at Anakin's face.
Huh.
He's
Yeah.
supposed to have one scar. Or
Not 10.
yeah, he's like all cut up. If you can see this. That's a bad thing. Whatever. These are amazing.
Yeah, I'd have to say so.
Best $25 I've ever spent in my life.
The best.
Speaking of bootleg toys, let's watch this bootleg video.
Sounds good.
Hi, I'm J.J. Abrams. This summer, the second standalone Star Wars film, Solo, a Star Wars story directed by the great Ron Howard, will hit theaters. For the summer of 2019, get ready for a third. The Mos Eisley Five. It's a story of a group of smugglers hired by the rebellion who were instrumental in establishing the rebel base on Hoth. Here's an exclusive scene.
Yeah, the Mos Eisley 5 with Charles Barkley, Chuck.
Yeah.
I'm a big basketball fan, so Charles Barkley is like really hilarious to me, and that's kind of how he is when he's commentating games too.
Just seeing him in there though, that was funny. Like I didn't expect Charles Barkley.
That's
He was
what his
perfect.
game commentary is like too. He's like, man, that guy's an idiot.
But it's true. How does everyone know all of the languages?
That's true. How do you understand what droids are saying? And how does Rey know Shriwook and everything that BB-8's saying? And
I mean, I could see knowing what BB-8's saying because she interacts with droids and stuff, but I don't know. It's kind of weird that she understands a Wookiee,
yeah,
but I don't know. It's just a whole different mindset, I guess. You have to learn a bunch of languages somehow. Maybe they're just implanted from the Star Wars gods. I give you all of the languages.
I mean, when you're around so many different creatures and races and stuff from an early age in the galaxy, you probably pick up on things. But
Yeah.
it was a funny skit. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely. But also, there's something else I wanted to watch on video. These are the ILM Visual Effects YouTube channel. They released some Behind the Magic Star Wars The Last Jedi videos, and they kind of show how they did some of the effects. I'll play a few of them. If I can figure out how to operate my mouse. Yeah, but it's cool how they had it in like there's a real person in a suit. And they just did the visual effects over him. Yeah, for everyone just listening, I'll post links to see all these videos because they're really interesting how they actually did the effects.
Andy Serkis has such a insane range of motion in his face.
Yeah. I know he's probably the best motion capture artist. They use him for a lot of things. He was King Kong.
Was he?
Yeah.
I knew he was
Kong.
Caesar. I didn't know he was King Kong.
Yeah, he was like a bunch of different things. And so they used like a real hand, but like added Snoke's face when he's like talking to Rey and touching her face. I'm really surprised that they didn't get the award.
What got it?
Um,
Some stupid movie
Blade
that nobody's
Runner.
ever heard of. Oh, okay. Or Blade Runner.
yeah. Here's another
Did
one.
they win anything?
No. Surprising. But it's cool to see all of this, like how much is really practical. And how that's, I mean, that whole thing, was that Elo Asti?
Yeah.
That dude's got a pretty crazy mask. And just all of the layers of effects and things that people had to build by hand.
There's levels to this game, bro. It's showing, it's the Oscar nominee visual effects. They're flying through a crate right now. Yeah, it's crazy. They didn't take home anything.
No, I know, and it's just there's so much into it. It's I don't want to watch all footage in chronological order. I want to go back. There was another Behind the Magic. There's a few of them here. I don't know. We should probably give a little commentary since we're not just talking to the live stream.
Yeah, so Oscar nominee visual effects. What is this one? This is just a 34-second clip. They're showing the levels or the layers to everything that goes in just to create basically a hangar in Star Destroyer. They got the green screen. A lot of it is prop work though, which is impressive.
Yeah, and a lot of extras.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
a lot. And they do multiply them, but there's a lot of people in this. This one's really cool. This one is actually Rogue One. But this is one thing that I also watched that was really cool.
This is a 3-minute one.
Is it 3 minutes?
Yeah, it's 3 minutes.
Okay, we won't watch the whole thing. But if you want to see any of these things...
I'm curious if this is a model or not, Jeddah.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it.
No. I think there's probably some things that they built and then like rendered them in 3D. Like, you know, used lasers and stuff
Yeah.
to scan it.
Senate gets wind of our project, counter systems will flock to the rebellion.
When the battle station is finished, Governor.
Crazy.
Yeah, real crazy. But
When
yeah, if you guys want to watch this, I will put a link
you have made time an
To it.
ally of the rebellion.
on the video and on the audio description and stuff. But yeah, I was surprised that they didn't win. I mean, Blade Runner was good, but it really wasn't as big, you know, as far as scale. It's not as much of a large scale visual effects movie, you know?
Yeah.
It was just used throughout the whole thing for like the sky.
Well, that's the Oscars, bro. You give the awards not to the biggest movies, but to the weirdest ones that people have never heard of.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Blade Runner was good, but it's like,
it's not, I don't think it's on the level.
no, it's not on Star Wars level. I think Star Wars has always been like the top of it. Let me go back to the thing here. Okay. Yeah, so that was cool. Now I kind of wanted to go on a little bit to something that's coming up very soon,
What is that?
and that is the Star Wars The Last Jedi novelization.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's coming in 2 days,
Yeah.
so I'm excited for that. I already have it on my Audible wish list.
Oh, nice. There's some stuff I wanted to read out of it, but I didn't know we were going to talk about that today, and I don't have Wi-Fi in here, so I can't read it out of my phone.
Yeah.
Let's just say Raylo, the Raylo fans are getting a little push in the Raylo direction.
Really?
Yeah,
I haven't
there's-
gone like super into it because I'm going to, start listening to it like when it comes out. I have a long commute to work, so it'll take me probably like a week.
They
or
flirt with
less.
each other pretty openly in it.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Interesting. So right here, Cinema Blend put out an article, 8 surprises found in the Star Wars The Last Jedi novelization.
Well, maybe they have some excerpts. Maybe if you can scroll down.
Yeah, let's scroll down here. Of course, it goes without saying, spoilers for The Last Jedi. Yep, if you haven't seen The Last Jedi, you've made a mistake. So that's it. Luke had already decided to burn the Jedi texts.
Yeah. I mean, I think he'd been planning to do it for a while and just kind of like wimped out each time.
Yeah. I mean, in the movie, it made it look like he was hesitating, which, I mean, I'm sure that he was hesitant over it still, but Yoda was just like, I'm going to do it anyways.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big deal for him, dude. That's his whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Those texts, and I'm sure he went on some cool quests to retrieve all of those texts, and he got to the point, where felt like it wasn't worth it anymore. Got the academy destroyed, and I'm sure he thought about burning them many times.
That'd be a really cool comic series.
Prequels, dude. Come on.
Movies? Prequels for...
Prequel, sequel
Midquels?
Sequel trilogy. Yeah, midquels. Yeah, midquels.
Prequels to the sequel trilogy?
Pre-sequels. There you go.
Pre-sequels.
Pre-sequels.
So we'll go into this more, I think actually after we kind of go through it, when it's actually out, there's going to be more excerpts from it. I'm going to be listening to it, but I'm sure we'll find out a bunch more information just from news sites and everything.
Yeah, this is one we should prep for, actually.
Yeah, so Kylo Ren would have saved Leia if possible.
Yeah, that's the shit I like.
Mm-hmm.
That's we talked about that because we've done a couple like long conversations about Kylo Ren and The Last Jedi, and that's one of the things I remember talking about a lot, is that I didn't think he wanted to kill her, and I think he regretted what happened a lot, and I think that's the first time I saw him like really hurt when that whole thing happened and he thought she died. Because when he killed Han Solo, it was kind of like, he didn't... It was almost like... It was hard for him, but...
But it was the absent father.
Yeah.
It was a little bit more of a... he already had some anger toward him. And I'm sure that Snoke was turning him against Han Solo specifically to start out with. But when it comes to killing his mother, it's a little bit more difficult. And that's kind of like where we were talking about like a Kylo redemption arc or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And how we kind of got faked out by that in this movie.
Yeah, it was a bummer to me that they didn't build upon that. But, yeah, I mean, that's what I gleaned from it. So I'm kind of happy to see it. My feelings regurgitated in the novelization.
Yeah, so this is one thing in here that I actually thought was going to happen. Says the novelization also mentioned that Kylo would have used the Force to stop that missile, but because it happened so suddenly, he was taken off guard. I was thinking in the movie that he was going to, like, stop them with the Force and, like, blow up the TIE fighters or something like that. which would have been really cool. But
You know what's cool is that implies Kylo Ren has the power to stop missiles with the Force.
yeah.
So, I mean, that's pretty badass, right?
Yeah, so that definitely, because that's
He's
saying like
yeah, he would have done it, but he
I
was
was
caught
going
off guard.
to, but
yeah.
you know, or is he just bullshitting? He's like, yeah, I could have done that, but you know, just wasn't ready for it. I would, you know, just didn't know yet.
Yeah.
So Palpatine knew about Snoke's existence.
I think so. Yeah, I think he did. Because it says Palpatine sent something in the unknown regions. I forget where that's from.
Mm-hmm.
Some novelization is something. I don't know. Maybe the Force Awakens one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure where, but that's
Yeah, I
something
remember
that's been
hearing
floating
that.
around for a while.
It was either that or in one of the Journey to the Force Awakens books.
Yeah.
One of those. I think it was pretty early. But yeah, that's one thing I'm very, very interested in reading.
I still think we're gonna get some follow up on Snoke.
Yeah, well, we also have this. Snoke's takeover of the First Order was unexpected.
Yeah, I remember the excerpt that I read. It was kind of talking about how he was not in line to take over, but he outsmarted and outpowered everybody, basically. Like
Mm-hmm.
the Hux lineage, a couple Moffs, but he vanquished all his challengers to the throne.
So he was pretty much trying to eliminate the whole reign of the Empire and make it his own thing.
Yes, exactly.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, he wasn't like preordained. So it sounds like he didn't maybe put the First Order together. It was already kind of something that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then he kind of slithered in and snoked him out.
He snoked in there and snoked him out.
Yeah, he snoked in there and snoked out the competition. That's what it sounds like. So that's an interesting little tidbit.
Yeah, it says Snoke killed most of the leaders, but he kept Hux around as a tool.
And Hux is definitely a tool, so...
He is. He is very much a tool. And he is called a tool. So, Snoke learned more about the Force in the unknown regions. So that means there's something in the unknown regions, some sort of knowledge, some person or creature or text or something in these regions that are unknown.
Yeah, I'd like to
We
see what's
don't
out
know
there,
about.
dude. He's pretty powerful. I mean, that's some serious knowledge that he fiddled around with out there. So I'd like to see, maybe we could go out there and like see what's up with it.
Mm-hmm.
At another time. Or man, I wish this the sequel trilogy was like unshackled a little bit more. I feel like it's so... I almost wish it was like a 4, not a trilogy, but a 4-logy. A quadrilogy.
Quadrilogy?
A quadrilogy.
Quadrilogy sounds already like a Star Wars word.
A quadrilogy, yeah. Yeah, because then we could like go do all this cool stuff and like explore more. I feel like we're just... so much happened in such a short time that we're like on this really strict timeline. It just feels like the story's being like pressed into a grape masher or something.
Yeah, like it's being like kind of forced forward, it's forced to progress, but we have to kind of leave certain things behind.
Yeah.
And
And at the same time being constricted like a snake. Like oh, you can't go learn about this. We have to keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going here and keep going there. Like, we can't take this little side quest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can't find out this cool stuff about what's going on over here. We're not really doing much world building. I mean, Takodana is really cool. I like where Maz's place is. That's Takodana, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a cool planet, but we didn't really see any big, like, cool prequel-y cities or planets. I don't know. It's just...
Other than Canto Bight.
Yeah, but even Canto Bight, I mean,
It was
we were
like
just...
10 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
There's like nothing.
It was
in
10
that.
minutes, and we were just kind of like in a jail cell or inside a casino. I mean, the
Mhm.
fathiers run through the streets a little bit, but I mean, there's nothing like how fleshed out and awesome Coruscant felt.
Yeah, definitely. And also we have, I mean, over an hour of deleted scenes from The Last Jedi.
That's crazy to me.
So it's like, think about, I remember hearing that the original cut was over 3 hours long.
Ugh.
The original final cut was over 3 hours long. And unfortunately, we're not getting a director's cut, which would have been really smart and really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But we are getting tons of deleted scenes in, I think it's in 12 days.
Digital.
Yeah, digital release in 12 days.
I'm not gonna buy it twice this time. I'm just gonna wait for the Blu-ray,
Yeah.
because it'll bug me if I don't have the Blu-ray like sitting next to the other Blu-rays. 'Cause I can't have like eight Blu-rays sitting on the shelf and then one digital copy like just marinating somewhere. I need the physical, so I think I'll just wait.
True.
I have that cut that you made that I watch sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I need to once it comes out, I'm going to do the recut of what was it? The Reluctant Master.
The Reluctant Master.
And then just the war film on the other end, because
The Reluctant Master and the Fiddle Farters.
the Fiddle Farters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, because I think that The Last Jedi really is two movies that were crammed together, and it kind of jumped back and forth too much to the point where it killed suspense in certain situations, because they
Yeah.
throw you through different stories rather than different moments of that story. Like when you go to the Battle of Crate, that uses it correctly when you're going back and forth between, Luke, and then with the sequences with Rey and her lifting the rocks and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense because, it's part of the dialogue, it's everything. But when it's going back and forth between the Rey and Kylo versus Snoke battle and then the space battle, it like throws the whole thing apart, And with the bootlegged version that I edited together, it was the full Snoke fight all in one sequence, and it made it so much better.
Yeah.
I think that, of course, I didn't make it better. I just cut out the part that made it a little bit not as good. So it did take some extra effort because I took out music and stuff and put in different soundtracks from the thing that I had to download. And
I mean, that's probably what
legally.
most people really want to the movie to see, but we still have to find out what happens to all those other characters,
Mhm. Yeah, that's the issue, is that we
Yeah.
have to see everything, but
Yeah.
they can't just
He can't just make episode 8 and not have Finn and Poe and all those guys show up.
episode 8 chapter 1.
Yeah. Episode 8 chapter 1. That's what I'm saying, dude. Should have been a fourlogy.
Mhm.
A quadrilogy. That was our word,
Quadrilogy.
right? Quadrilogy.
Or is it like a umbrella trilogy with multiple chapters within it?
I don't know. That's a good idea too, though.
Yeah. So what's the next thing?
While we're at it, dude, let's make it a syncology.
Syncology. You just go to
Fiveology.
Spanish.
Fiveology doesn't sound good. Syncology.
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 That sounds like some bullshit science.
Syncology.
Learn syncology today at the Christian Science Network.
Yes.
Luke and Snoke connected. What do you think about that?
I'm not sure what this means.
Is that he actually, I'm not
like
sure.
They met, or like they force bridged, or what is
It said during this time when Luke was traveling the galaxy to learn about Jedi history and the Force, he connected with Snoke to broaden his Force knowledge. It's unclear if Luke knew right away that Snoke was evil, though. I imagine once Luke... blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
he regretted crossing paths with the decrepit dark side user. So connected, in that reads to me like they sensed each other through the Force, but then it says that they crossed paths, and that implies that they met each other physically somehow.
Well,
So
if you've seen Star Wars Rebels, when Maul and Ezra connect, they have like a Force connection when they're both meditating on the Sith holocron, and they have like this mental knowledge transfer, basically.
yeah,
Which that's how Maul figures out that Obi-Wan is on Tatooine. And so it's like magnifying the Force to get some sort of knowledge. That means that Snoke learned some sort of knowledge, maybe learned the power of Kylo Ren and knew to seek him out, saying like, oh, you know, now I know that Luke has this apprentice that's going to be the strongest Jedi. And he learned that from that connection, and then he knows, okay, now I'm going to have to, you know, connect with Kylo, or with Ben at the time, and get him to turn, because he knows how powerful he's going to be.
yeah. Maybe everything is Luke's fault.
Yeah.
Connecting with Snoke, and then Snoke starts corrupting Kylo, and then Luke thinks about killing Kylo for a second, and maybe Luke just kind of wet the bed, like all around. But
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
why he put himself on the island.
Yeah, I'll have to. This is one that I'm definitely gonna read, because there's lots of things like this that I need to know more about, because I don't know. I don't know what exactly this means.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll talk about what type of connection it was, but it's kind of...
Or they won't.
Yeah.
And it'll be just something else that isn't explained. Snoke considered killing Kylo Ren. Wow.
That's interesting.
So I'll read this out, because this is interesting.
Yeah, I
So,
can't see with my...
just like Emperor Palpatine with Darth Vader, Snoke had no problem humiliating his apprentice Kylo Ren. In The Last Jedi, Snoke insulted Kylo and called into question his competency, up until the moment Kylo decided enough was enough and turned on Rey's lightsaber to cut Snoke in half. It's Anakin's lightsaber.
It's the Skywalker
It's the Skywalker lightsaber. At the very least, Snoke's cruel treatment was used as a way for Kylo to embrace his anger and become stronger. That said, even though he stated that Kylo had redeemed himself for his past failures, if Kylo had killed Rey as originally intended, Snoke still intended to re-examine his apprentice's future after the Resistance was destroyed. Snoke even thought about killing Kylo, which just goes to show that there truly is no such thing as loyalty when one embraces the dark side.
Yeah, that's kind of something that's like, I feel like Darth Maul was a tool to the Emperor, and I feel like he would have been killed even by the Emperor at a certain point if he had been known. Like, if the Emperor knew... How did the Emperor not know that Maul was still alive?
Well, he wasn't Maul anymore. He was a spider.
Yeah, he became a weird mall spider.
A Maul spider.
Spider Mall. Spider Mall. He was just eating everything that came into the cave. He's just like a insect animal thing.
I'm gonna watch those when I get back.
Yeah. Yeah, Clone Wars is still on Netflix.
It
I don't know
is.
if it left.
No, I watch it every night.
Yeah, no, I mean at some point, because I remember a while back they're like, Clone Wars is going away from Netflix. They're pulling all those things from Netflix, and then it never went anywhere.
Yeah, I didn't.
So
Still
happy
there.
about that.
Yeah, me too.
You still watch it every night?
Yeah, it's what I fall asleep to.
Oh, really?
Weirdly, yeah. Because there's like 60 episodes or something, so it's hard to, watch all of them. So I just put a couple on, fall asleep. But, anyways, what this sounds like to me is Snoke was so intrigued with Kylo Ren, and then as time went on, I think maybe Kylo isn't as powerful as he thought he was, and he keeps letting him down, and
or he is as powerful, but he knows that his mind is so conflicted
that he's like too damaged, and he's like, maybe I should just.
Yeah,
I'ma kill him.
He's got daddy issues.
Yeah.
And mommy issues.
Yeah.
He's got grandpa issues.
He's got lots of issues.
Are we gonna hear more from Darth Vader in episode 9?
I hope so.
I hope there's some sort of anything Darth Vader, especially because of that. I don't even know where that helmet went. Where the burnt out helmet is.
I think it was his head. What is this? Who is this? Is this Anakin?
This is Anakin. This is the Anakin World Minifigure
Herd series by Bao Quan. All right. What's next on this list here?
Next. Ooh. Rey is a manifestation of the cosmic force.
Okay. The Clone Wars TV series revealed a lot of interesting facts about the Force.
There you go.
Including how it's classified. While the living force is the energy of life, the cosmic force is the will of the universe, and it's through that Rey came to be. That's always messy me up.
There should be some sort of punctuation there.
Yeah. Unlike Anakin Skywalker, Rey wasn't conceived without a father, but evidently the cosmic force still manifested her as part of its will. The Last Jedi novelization also mentions how the cosmic force fell dormant once the Sith were defeated and re-emerged during Luke Skywalker's exile on Octu.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot to parse out there.
Yeah, that's a lot. That could be an entire episode talking about just the cosmic force.
That's a meaty little paragraph there.
I'm gonna have to go back in and see, watch the Clone Wars series again, and see if does it say anything about the cosmic force?
I don't know. See, the thing is, I kind of watch the same episodes over and over. So,
do you watch the one where Sabine dies over and over again?
Sabine? No, I watch the Maul episodes, and I watch.
Or not Sabine. What's her name? Is it? No, it's the
Mandalorian Obi-Wan's crush.
Yeah.
What's her name? I don't know.
No, 'cause
Sabine's in Rebels.
Rebels one.
One
of those. Satine?
Yeah, it might be.
I think it's Satine.
Satine or something.
Dude, Anakin's hair does not fit on his head. On this minifigure.
God, Herd series, dude.
And he has an extra hand. He's got one brown hand and 2 black hands. Or did that come
That's
from
from
something else?
C-3PO because
that's
his
from
arm's broken. But anyways, so Rey is she's not a Force baby, but she is for some reason the will of the universe basically has given her a destiny.
Mm-hmm. Like it's
chosen
impregnated her with the Force.
Yeah, kind of. It's chosen her to carry out what it wants to happen. Basically, is what I'm gleaning out of that paragraph. I think that's what they're trying to tell us there.
Yeah, and that's
She's been chosen to carry out the will of the universe.
It's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
I'm very interested to see where they go with that, or if that's going to be a point in episode 9.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it would have been nice to have some of this information in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Because not everybody is going to be... I'm going to say 98.5% of the people that go to see the movie aren't going to read the novelization.
Yeah.
They're just going to go see the movies. And so they're never going to get this cool info unless they have a really nerdy son or daughter or friend that tells them this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Or they listen to a cool podcast called Star Wars After Hours.
Yeah. One of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I like, why just give us some dialogue about you're nobody. Well, actually you're not. You're the cosmic force chose you to carry out the will of the universe, so you're not.
But is the story that the cosmic force just kind of took over 2 random people in the galaxy, that were pieces of shit, if that is true, and just used them? I mean, as far as the Jesus story goes, we don't really know what Joseph and Mary were like. They could have been drunkards too.
In a pauper's grave in the
Yes.
in the Jakku Desert. Somehow I doubt it, but
We have some extra pieces. I don't know what these go to.
C-3PO's thing.
Oh, okay. But there's one.
I don't
last
know, dude.
piece.
Herd series. It doesn't have to make sense.
It doesn't, I guess.
All right. Is there anything else on this list here?
No, that's the last thing on the list. I'm really excited to see the actual book and listen to it on Audible.
I can't wait to listen to Mike Zero's review of it.
Does he still do things?
I don't know. I haven't checked his channel in a while, and I still don't have him on the show, but he won't respond to any of my Instagram messages.
How many times have you messaged him?
I don't know, like 4 or 5 times. Too busy taking selfies
With his dog.
with his dog. Yeah.
With his cool pug.
Yeah. What's that hashtag? Kylo Pug or something. It's like-
Kylo Pug.
yeah, it's like Pug. I think it's Kylo Pug.
Puglo Ren.
Puglo Ren.
That's way better than Kylo Pug.
Kylo Pug.
Puglo Ren? Come
Pug-
on.
Puglo Ren. What else is on the agenda for today, my man?
I don't know if we have anything left on the actual agenda.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff coming.
Do we get any questions this week?
I don't know. Let me check.
Check the email.
Yeah, I'll check it here.
Also, we still haven't heard from anybody in Colombia. At least I don't think. If you're from Colombia, definitely hit us up because we did chart in Colombia, which was hilarious and weird to us.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. All those Colombinos.
Yeah, Colombinos, yeah.
Columbine? No,
No.
not Colombinos.
No.
It's
Not
people from
that.
Colombia that are albino.
Columbinos. I get you. I know what you're trying to do.
Okay, let's
see
see.
you. I see you.
I see you. Do we have anything? Please moderate. There's something. Bing got me here. Thanks. Sounds like spam to me.
Yep.
But someone named Lecky says that Bing got them to our website. Otherwise, that is it. We don't have any questions. Last week, I answered a few cool questions that you should have been in on.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that I should just ask you one of those.
Yeah, ask me. Shoot.
Two of those questions are
Okay.
actually really good. One of them is your favorite costume from Star Wars.
Ooh. Alien or armor?
That was my that was my first question.
Really?
Yeah, you need to listen to the last one.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'll do both. My favorite alien, I love I love the Ithorians,
Okay.
and my favorite armor, if you listen to the podcast, it should be pretty obvious, but spoiler, it's Boba Fett.
Oh, and why? That was part of the question.
Oh, and why? The Ithorians, they look like they shouldn't be able to live
Or walk.
or walk or do anything. I think they're really funny. I don't know. I just like them. They seem wise, and
They have two mouths.
yeah, they have two mouths. The Ithorians are cool. I do like Doug's a lot too.
Which ones are those?
Sebulba.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like Doug's. I think that's an interesting creature.
But that's all
That's all
computer.
CG. Yeah, that's not a costume.
so it's not really a costume.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm gonna start getting into stuff that isn't costume. Boba Fett, because he's badass. I love Mandalorian armor.
Mm-hmm.
I love that it's scarred up and faded, and he's got it almost has like a Western feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a gunslinger kind of look. Like Django is really clean and like military industrial looking almost, and Boba Fett's like a cowboy almost.
Yeah.
And I just love it. I mean, Mando armor can't go wrong.
And it's a cool story behind it too. We kind of find out about that in Star Wars Rebels, about how both Rebels and Clone Wars, I think,
Yeah.
about, you know, the meaning of the armor and kind of why they keep it, why they keep metal armor, and how it's passed down generation. You just refit it to whoever wears it. That's pretty interesting. I say interesting way too much, but it is.
No, it is. It really is interesting. And I like that it's decorated with like all his shit from over the years.
Mm-hmm. He has like a lot of symbolism.
Yeah, like the braids and the decals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm into all that.
Like all the Mando decal also.
Yes.
The Mando, the flag thing or whatever.
If I had to choose a second for that, my second favorite costume. Man, I loved the Death Troopers.
True.
Yeah.
Those are a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loved them.
Yeah.
I love the Death Troopers.
Everything about the
Those
Death
were,
Troopers.
yeah, just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The voice scramblers.
Yeah.
The way the green kind of stands out against the flush black look.
Mm-hmm.
Super badass. I loved the Death Troopers. Yeah, I think that's that question for me.
And then this other question that was really good. I actually went way into this one and broke it down movie by movie, but your favorite scene in Star Wars?
My favorite scene.
Yeah. Scene or sequence?
Emperor's Throne Room, Return of the Jedi.
That's a good one.
I guess that would be more of a sequence.
Yeah. I mean, still that whole thing. Yeah, that was my last one also.
Yeah.
That was one of mine.
That's deeply satisfying because the good guys win.
Mhm. The bad guys become good guys.
The bad guys
Bad
become
guy.
good guys, and the ugly, annoying, really mean bad guy gets thrown down a shaft, and Darth Vader finally gets his peace.
Mhm.
And there's like a lot of love at the end there, and family and love overcome evil.
Mhm.
So that's my favorite all-time Star Wars scene, or sequence.
Mhm.
Some other standouts for me. Man, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that
have
was
to
a
like,
tough one.
yeah, I have to like think. I'd have to think about it.
Yeah,
I have to write some down.
It was tough to answer on the spot, but it was a good one. It was a really good question. Both of them are really good questions.
I feel like there's some scenes with Rey and Kylo that I really love.
That's
the
true.
elevator. The elevator. When they're on the elevator going up to Snoke's. Last Jedi. When they're on the elevator going up to Snoke's throne room. And I really like the scene, even though there's no words, when he's about to kill his mom. So there's 2 for the sequel trilogy.
Mhm. Yeah, I like the that scene in the lift also.
That's a good one, dude.
Yeah, because I like any scene
no,
that humanizes.
I do like that scene, but the best scene, like all the lightsaber shit and fighting in Star Wars, those are all my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to like focus on dialogue and
Yeah, exactly.
after the fight with the Praetorian guards, when Rey's like, "Oh, we can still save the fleet. We can still save the fleet. It's your time." And Kylo does not want to save the fleet. He wants to push Snoke's half body out of the chair and sit and be the supreme leader.
Yeah.
I thought it was excellently acted, and I thought that it was a very compelling little twist there, because I was like, hell yeah, redemption. Let's fucking do this, bro. Let's go. Nope. Psych.
Yeah, I wonder where that would have gone from there, though. What if he was like, okay. And then it's just like, that ends? Or like,
All right.
and then who's like the main antagonist?
Yeah. Or Rey could have just been like, all right, I'll join you, but no more like genocides, and let's, just not be like as much dicks to everybody.
Yeah, let's just not kill everyone. We can
Let's not be like as much dicks to
we
everybody
can still run the galaxy, but we're just not going to kill everyone this
Yeah.
time.
for no reason,
Yeah.
and like bomb solar systems and shoot planets with giant lasers
Yeah,
and shit like
entire
that.
systems.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a lot of mine were those humanizing moments.
Yeah, that's what I tried to. Fuck. How could I not mention Revenge of the Sith, dude? Obi-Wan and Anakin. On the right after Anakin turns into a potato, a burning potato. A
You are my brother, Anakin.
But I loved you. Friend, you are crazy.
I feel like, well, it's kind of hard because of copyright situations. I think that, I mean, what we already watched on live stream is like copyright, copyright infringement. But, I mean, I'm going to post most of this to YouTube, but probably like cut out some of that stuff. So
If anybody asks, just say that it's chill.
yeah, I'd just be like, no, it's chill. Like, don't take down the video. It's chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tell YouTube and comment on the YouTube video. Just say, no, YouTube, it's chill.
Nah, it's chill, dude. Trust me.
Trust me, YouTube. It's chill.
It's chill. Nah, like, I know. It's chill.
But what I was getting at is what we should watch that, the translated version of Revenge of the Sith. The subtitled
Backstroke of the West. Is that what I don't know how they fucked it up so bad, but it's so funny, dude.
It'd be great to just like commentate that entire movie.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'd love to.
We will.
That
do
is straight comedy.
It's
I
almost
am
like these
far
Lego.
from good. Present your body for the speaker.
I can't do this anymore.
All right. 5 stars on iTunes. Go to our website. Follow all the links there. Buy stuff from the comic book place.
MyComicShop.com.
Yeah, I still can't get this.
Hit the banner for MyComicShop.com on StarWarsAfterHours.com.
Yeah.
And buy something there. There's a bunch of cool comics out right now. The Darth Vader series is still up and running, and it's getting good. I need to go back, and we need to go through our comic book reviews. What we're gonna have to do is just read through all of them.
Excuse me. Sorry.
You're excused.
Yeah. I need a mute for this. I need a mute button.
Here.
It's okay. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Knows.
I don't-
Oh,
I don't
that's a
wanna use
bunch
that.
of stuff on that.
Star Wars After Hours at gmail.com.
If you want to listen to the novelization of Star Wars The Last Jedi for free.
What?
For free. You don't have to pay a single cent at all. Go to audibletrial.com/Star Wars After Hours, and you will get a 30-day free trial, 1 free audiobook, and if you cancel, you keep that audiobook whether or not you pay anything at all. So you can cancel before the 30 days and still have that to listen to at your leisure. But I love Audible. I use it a lot. There's a lot of Star Wars novels on there. There's like 70 or so, 70 plus, which is crazy. All an audiobook. And you can just listen to it. I mean, if you're listening to this podcast right now, I'm sure that you have some listening time, maybe a commute, maybe something like that. And it's good to just read a book. You can say you read a book, but really you listened. And you can still say it because I guess that's a thing.
Yes.
I read the audiobook.
With my ears.
Chapter 1. Yes, that one. I read the title.
Well, I think that'll about do it. So from Josh, Stefan, and the World Minifigures Herd series.
Okay, that one's armed to the teeth right there. That one's got Did that one come with 3 rifles?
By LebQ. The LebQ World Minifigures.
And shout out to Li Bao Quan.
Li Bao Quan, the Herd series.
He died for our Legos here, so thank you for your factory worker suicide, most likely. Just to build these.
Star Wars After Hours brought to you by World Minifigures LebQ, the Herd series. All right,
get your Herd series at the closest Asian market.
Pose an Asian market?
Well, it's like it's just a bunch of random stores, but it was an Asian guy
Okay.
selling it in the I'll call it the ghetto end of town, even though it's down the street from my house. It's where you can get bootleg everything somehow legally, and like half of the stores, if you could call them stores, inside of the former grocery store building are now closed. There's just this toy store that has bootleg toys.
Gosh, I'm an idiot. They're clearly from some Oriental country. Is that the right word? Oriental?
Ornamental.
They're clearly from some ornamental country. The whole time I was thinking like some Spanish-speaking country, because that's kind of what's downtown. But Li Bao Quan is clearly not Spanish.
Well, the bootleg stuff comes from China, but they sell it in the Spanish side of town.
Yeah.
And all of the ones with like an Asian guy that owns it watches you like a hawk.
Yes.
Because people steal every single day.
Young's Clothing.
Young's Clothing. That too. That's very, very similar. You can also get pro clubs in the discount center, and some new era hats.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Some old error hats.
But for real, Herd series. That's what's up.
Thank you, Li Bao Quan.
Thanks, Li Bao Quan.
Enjoy your days that are coming.
Howdy 5 Quay.
Bye.
So be it, Jedi. He's no good to me dead.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
You know what's going on?